I am the flag of the United States of America. I was conceived in the dreams of liberty and the hopes of freedom. Though I was never an orphan, my current form of red, white, and blue was adopted by the Continental Congress in 1777 and proclaimed the national emblem of a nation newly born on this continent, fighting valiantly for survival and destined to bring to all mankind a new concept of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I've been many places and witnessed many events in our American history. I was born shortly after the midnight ride of Paul Revere that led to the shot that was heard round the world at the battles of Lexington and Concord, and when General Washington became our first commander-in-chief. I felt the biting cold at Valley Forge and gave comfort to the tired and hungry Continental Army. I saw Molly Pitcher take the cannon swab from the hands of her wounded husband and help carry on the fight for freedom. I was flown above the decks of Old Ironside and John Paul Jones's warship Ranger during the Revolutionary War. I was still flying after the bombardment by the British in the late twilight at Fort McHenry during the War of 1812, inspiring Francis Scott Key to write The Star-Spangled Banner. I blazed the trail west with Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett. I stood beside Davy Crockett and Jim Bowie at the Alamo. I was carried by troops during the Civil War. I fell to the ground at Custer's last stand at Little Bighorn, and there were no friendly hands left to pick me up. I was carried by Blackjack Pershing's army during World War I. During World War II, I was carried by the Marines through the halls of Montezuma and to the shores of Tripoli in North Africa. I was there during the invasion at Normandy, France. I was raised by 6 brave soldiers during the hell of Iwo Jima in the South Pacific. I stayed with our troops of World War II until it was over. I proudly wave over our troops keeping the peace in Korea. I proudly flew during the conflicts in the jungles of Vietnam, the sands of Desert Storm, and battles in Iraq and Afghanistan. And I'll continue to fly whenever our troops are in harm's way. I've been carried to the South Pole, the North Pole, and on every space mission. I was planted in permanent flying position by astronauts on the moon. I've seen many of the men of our nation fall and lie still in death. I have kept my vigil over graves, amid the crosses, row on row, around the world. The purity of our veterans is remembered in my white stripes. Their blood has given me stripes of red. Their souls are cradled in my stars, and their courage embedded in my blue. I am many things to many people. I am an inseparable link in the chain that binds men to God and country. I am the red, white, and blue, the Star-Spangled Banner, the Stars and Stripes, but I am most commonly known by my nickname, Old Glory.